So I picked this up off of the internet, which is a Dantracker GPS. It's also known as an Oxford tracker here in the UK, so a company called Oxford is selling them. Packaging is not anything to write home about. And there's the device. So on a little sticker you get your, under my thumb, you get your serial number and stuff like that. And in there it gives you some easy to follow instructions, which is to go to the website, sign in, and if you can sign into Facebook, you can sign into one of these. Pay a subscription fee, and you get to choose how long you want your subscription. I chose 5 years, and then shake it, and then wait for a confirmation email, and you're ready to go. The reason I chose this device is because I didn't want anything hardwired into my motorcycle, because I change motorcycles every few years, so I didn't want to go to the expense of having a £400 system installed on the bike and then paying 2 years of, £100, £150 to monitor it. I paid £179 for this. I then went onto the Dantracker website and I paid £180 for a 5-year subscription. So I think when you take the device and a subscription into account, I've spent 360 quid. That's approximately £72 a year, and I get to keep it. So I get to move this from device to vehicle to vehicle when I want to. So if next month I decide I'm selling my motorcycle and I'm going to buy a boat, I can do that, and I don't have to. I can keep my tracker, and it's really easy to use. Now this device has got a lithium-ion battery, that's this component, and then here's the transceiver. It's effectively a mobile phone, and it has a estimated 10-year battery life. Now, because it's going to give you a 10-year battery life, that means it's not going to be live all of the time. So the way this device works is, if there's movement, and it can be as simple as something like this, don't get excited everyone, if this thing vibrates and gets some movement and then stops, 5 minutes later the transceiver goes live and it goes beep beep beep, this is where I am, and then it goes to sleep again. Now if during those 5 minutes you panic because your motorcycle has been stolen, you can hit live mode on your mobile phone, and 5 minutes later when this goes beep beep beep, it will then go live, and it's, I don't know, I think it's every 30 seconds or 3 minutes or 1 minute or whatever that it will send out a location. But of course that will drain this battery, which is supposed to last 10 years, but who cares? You want to find your car, motorcycle, boat, whatever's been stolen. As far as size is concerned, this is approximately 8 inches, which is average here in the United Kingdom. So it's 8 inches by, say, an inch and a quarter. That's about 3 centimeters, and you can easily stash this somewhere more appropriate than under your seat. Mostly if you're going to be slacker, then you're just going to put it under your seat and cable tie it there. Try something more elaborate. I've looked at my motorcycle, and I actually spent the last 2 nights thinking about where I'm going to put this and why. So I'm going to get my tools out in a minute and faffacate. And I don't mind that it's going to take me an hour to get to the point where I'm going to install it. Generally what's going to happen is if somebody steals your pride and joy, they're going to go and stash it in the woods or a stash point, wait 4 or 5 days to see if it has a GPS device on it and it's recovered or not, and if it isn't, they'll come back for it and it'll move on. So this is just that little lifeline that's saying, rather than, and I probably would call the police, but rather than instantly call the police, I might be inclined to make a couple of phone calls, and me and the boys will go out and recover my motorcycle, and that will make me happy to recover it myself, depending on what condition it's in. I don't have to have an insurance claim, and yes, it might have a little bit of damage, like they all do, but you know what insurance claims are like these days, boys and girls. Even if it's not your fault, that's still logged as a claim, and that still costs you money. So in some ways, I'd like the peace of mind that wherever I am, I can see where my vehicle is. So as far as how to track your vehicle is concerned, you get an app, which is here. And what this app does is it tells you where in the world you are. So I'm in the county of Devon in the United Kingdom. And you can go to satellite mode. So when you zoom in, I'm not going to zoom in on where I live, but if you zoom in on someone else randomly, You can, it's Google Maps. Hello Google Maps, I know you. So I've tried this in my car. I've tried it in a rucksack and a few other things. I put it under the motorcycle seat just for the hey-ho of it, and it located within, I'd say within 15 metres of where it should be, and on some occasions perfect, absolutely perfect. You can hit these dashes up here. If I hit them, they are going to show you my login details, so excuse losing the next screen. And then you get to see what you've called it. I've called it VROD, and because it's from my Harley, and I can go to mode, and in mode I can tell it it's live. So within 5 minutes this thing will wake up and it will go, hello, this is where I am, oh, I'm live, and it will just start beaming out lots of signals all of the time. I can geofence it, which means I can say, well, this is an area I do not wish my vehicle to leave, and that could be as small as, I think it can be as small as a quarter of a mile or as big as a county. So you just say, hey, I don't want it to go outside the area, and if it does, beep, 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 you get all notifications. And then alarm mode. I think you're supposed to hit alarm mode, and then it what does it do? Notify somebody of something, like, you know, helicopters turn up, I'm sure. If we go to status, it shows me my serial number, which I'm not showing you, and it says the mode at the moment is that my device is in sleep mode, and that it's had 38 tracks, and the battery's at 99%. And it shows the date it was connected, and the date my subscription starts, and my subscription ends in 2022. Not bad for a 180 quid subscription, and then at the end of that 5 years I can then have another £180 subscription, which will see me another 5 years. As per their website, I'd have my first 5 year subscription at £180, which I've paid. Then I have my second block of 5 years after that, so I'd be at 10 years, and if my battery was to go low, they will ask to send this back, and I'll send it back, and then they will send me a replacement. And that's not bad, is it, really? Nice and easy to use. You can also use it on a PC or tablet. This is waterproof, so the day I got it, I decided I was going to go and dunk it in a bucket of water overnight, and I did, and the next day it was working fine. So I was like, okay, so it is waterproof then. So all in all, I'm very happy with this. When for the next 5 years I'm paying £72 a year, and it means I can remove this from my vehicle and put it onto my next vehicle, then that's pretty good. I like the idea. The last time I had something hardwired into one of my bikes, I ended up being the unfortunate soul who bought the motorcycle, and it was misfiring, and it had a wiring loom issue because the idiot who had tried to install it, or idiots who tried to install it, had ruined the job, and it was shorting out, and it took me ages to find the fault. So this I just find is convenient because, effectively you can cable tie it to your motorcycle. Don't tell me you can't find somewhere for 8 inches to go. I like it. Overall, I think it's brilliant. So it's just a bit of an update. I'm down in Dawlish having a little snack, and the VROD is over by Gay's Creamery there with its tracker. And let's see if the Dantracker is working. Whoa, there we are. It always comes up with upgrade to full edition. It's really annoying. And there we are in Dawlish. So if I go satellite mode and keep zooming in, and then my 3G is not fantastic here. Come on, show me, show me, show me, where are we? And hopefully that's my VROD, and that's my Dantracker saying I'm inside the building. So you can see there's maybe a 5 to 10 metre difference in where the bike is. It also depends on how it's facing and stuff, but that's not bad, because that is Gay's Creamery, and it is outside. Pretty impressive Dantracker. Really happy with that. What a nice piece of kit.